Good morning. It is 5:30 on a Saturday, and I'm getting ready to wash this beast. It's got good dew out here, so it got everything soft, so it'd be a lot easier for me to wash it. She is getting a bath and this week she's getting ready for corn. So that's the job this morning. I just got done cleaning her up. Just got done. Took me an hour and 20 minutes. I didn't do it as good as, when we get her in there and wax her all up, because we are going to be starting to cut corn with it. But I just want to get all the black off of it and all the dirt and the wheat and the stuff that's on it. But it looks pretty good. So I was going to video it, but who really wants to see me wash this thing? So, but she looks good. Now we just gotta get her in the barn, do some settings. We gotta fix a couple things on it that we had parts for. Brian, the John Deere guy, will be down to do that probably next week. I gotta get the corn head out, hook it up, check it over, and everything will just be ready. We do have first Saturday in August, Snow Hill does a Blessing of the Combines. You can Google it. Blessing of the Combines. It's where a lot of farmers, we used to put our combines in it until it got all political, so we stopped doing it. It's where they line up, probably 10 combines, and then you got a bunch of kids on tractors and lawnmowers, and they go through town and they park them right in the middle of town for 5-6 hours, and they block the whole town off, and they have vendors, and I mean, it's a big crowd that comes and hangs out and all day. And first couple of years it was great, but after, I think it's been going on for 20 some years now, and after first couple of years, now it's all politicians. You got politicians on every piece of equipment, signs. It's just turned into a ignorant nightmare, really. So we just quit. We don't even deal with it anymore. Half the time we don't even go up there, because it's just, it used to be good. Now they've turned it into, like everything else, it's a political thing. So I was thinking this year, I'll turn it into a political thing. I figure we'll take our 8335s and our combine, and, oh, my son's calling me. All right, I'm back. He was having a problem with his exhaust on his new pickup. So anyway, what I was thinking about doing, what I was saying was, we'll put our 680 and the 28335s out in the front yard of one of our landlords. It's right on the highway where everybody has to go by. And I'll put the big Farmers for Trump flag that we got, hangs down from the window. And I'll make it political, because this country right here, y'all don't like a political channel, but if you're not mad about what's going on in this country, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's got their own beliefs, but they were bragging on the news the other day about gas coming down 2 cents. 2 cents is what the liberal media is trying to make you feel good about, when it's $5 already, and it came down 2 cents, and they're trying to tell you that that's great. It's stupid, and people believe this. I mean, it angers me, because of what's going on in this country. And the problem is, they got America so divided that nobody stands up to this government, and that's why they're doing this January 6th hearing. They're trying to make a point that you don't stand up to the government, we're going to get you. If everybody stood up to the government, they couldn't do anything, but nobody will do it. Nobody will do anything. And they just make us all look like little puppets. So it frustrates me. So we're all a bunch of dumbass losers in this country, and we keep paying 60% of every dollar we make, if not more than that, to tax for the government, for them to give to Ukraine and these other countries, and all these social programs here, and transgender. And I mean, when are y'all going to wake up? I mean, aren't you fed up with it? I mean, I don't know. That's the rant for this morning. Good morning. Just want to show you how the wheat beans were progressing. And they look pretty damn good, pretty thick. I had some mare's tail here on the edge. Got it sprayed. There it is right there. Got it sprayed, so it's dying. But beans good, thickened up, closed up already. I got them all sprayed, so happy about that. There's another 12 day in this field. There's some more wheat beans. You can see what, when my brother doesn't get all the straw up, what happens. But they look good. Pretty good. They're already up. Everything's sprayed. Looking good. There's more of them. We're just starting to get above the wheat. Hadn't got much rain, but the one rain we got flooded this spot. So and we got the other big fields over here. As you can see, they're coming up nicely. Just starting to barely get above the wheat straw. So happy with them too. All right, good morning. It is Tuesday, and I recently watched the YouTubers videos, and they were selling their pickups for outrageous prices for the miles and everything they wanted on it. So, have I got a deal for you guys today? All right, here we have a 2021 Ford F-250. It's got 11,800 miles on it. It's got fuel wheels, leveling kit, new shocks. She's basically an XLT. She's got the fog lights and everything. Everything good for her. I even threw the toolbox in. It's got the big screens inside. Back seat with the boat stuff still here. Pretty much a brand new pickup. It really doesn't get used anything but to pull that thing 2 miles that way and back. That's pretty much where it goes. 2 miles that way, 2 miles back. So 11,800 miles. She's got the 6.2 in her. She's got power. I mean, that's a huge boat, and she pulls that like nothing. So very clean. It's always clean, washed, kept up. Like I said, really low miles. It's a 2021, and I am only asking, let me see, what am I asking for this thing? Okay, you can get the Ford Super Duty on there. It's on the back too. She needs to be washed. It's the inside of it. Got the sun glare this morning. There's the miles. She's got 11,891 miles on her. I'll even throw the seat covers in because we put seat covers on it when we first bought it, so that seats don't get dirty. I think I've even farted in this seat, so you'll get some of that. And remember, I'm a famous YouTuber, just like them guys are, that's asking ridiculous prices. So you get all this for, let's say, $150,000, because they want $50,000 for their vehicles that they're selling with 100-some thousand miles on them, and they're 15 years old. So this thing right here is brand new, and it's got 1/10 the miles they got. It's only got 11,800. They had over 100,000 miles. So we'll do, yeah, 150,000 seems fair. And if you like that, I got a 2004 Ford F-350 here with the V10. It's got the tool body on it. This is our primary work truck. It's got 191,000 miles on it. You get the dents in the door. I backed into a tractor, forgot they put it there. But we actually do have a brand new fender and a brand new door for this pickup. We just have never put it on yet because we're so busy. But she's got 191,000 V10. She's pretty strong. We got new front tires on her. Back tires are coming today or tomorrow. Put them on her. So there's the inside of her. And we're only asking $50,000 for this pickup. $50,000 gets you this pickup. Even throw the air compressor in for 50 grand. So both pickups are for sale. So there you go. Today we are, I don't know if the John Deere guy's coming up today or tomorrow, but today we're definitely going to be putting the big round bar concaves back in her. So that'll be another job. Take the wheat ones out, put the corn and soybeans in, grease it, check all the belts, make sure everything looks good on it. We do got to replace a rubber. We got to take this off. There's a rubber, just like these right here. These rubbers, we got one bed up in here on the shaker. We got to replace that. We have to replace these. We have like 2 of them leaking, but I went ahead and got 4. We're gonna go ahead and just replace them all and save the ones that aren't bad and replace the ones that are bad. I think this one, and this one are actually the ones leaking. I think that's a new one that he put in. So we're gonna do that. Gotta change the throat over and change the belts over and just go through it. Just make sure everything's right on her. Grease it. Just clean the cab out, get her ready for corn. So that's what we're doing today, and I don't know how much I actually get done on it because it's supposed to be 95 degrees today. So I'm up here early. My brother should be getting up here soon. Definitely get the concaves changed out today, this morning, some other stuff. And then they got primary voting for governor and commissioner, stuff like that. So we're gonna make sure we go up and do that because we're gonna make sure we try to get Republicans elected and not liberals, Democrats that are screwing this country up. Of course, they all screw the country up, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes today. But this is the project for today. For a couple hours of the day anyway. We're not gonna, this shop gets hot, even with a fan at 95 degrees. It'll feel like 100 and something in here. So we'll do it for a couple hours anyway. I mean, we got plenty of time. This is pretty much all we gotta do is just get this thing right here ready. So we got, weeks really to fiddle with it. That's the plan. Good morning. It's Wednesday. We did get the concaves in. Setting the combine up now for corn. I'm changing the belts and everything over. It's got to be on slow for that. I got to turn the feeder house drum up, flip the knob up on both sides. What else? John Deere texted me this morning. He said he'd probably be here a little bit later. Let's hope so, because it's going to be 100 degrees. If not, we'll just wait for him in the morning. And we got to still replace a couple of them are leaking really bad. And we did get these concaves put back in. Right there. Took the small wire out. I am greasing it. I got to set the rotor speed. I got to slow it down. I had to lower the ass in and get everything to speed set, and it's nice because it tells you here where it goes. So it's all the way in for corn. I would like to, if we're going to keep this combine, I would like to take, she's got the breakaway auger that folds in, and we never use it. I would like to take that off and extend the auger out to the longer auger so we can use a 40-foot. I'm trying to talk to John Deere. With fuel prices being so high, this combine is hard on fuel, but you don't notice it when you hooked up to the draper because the draper is so big. You're covering a lot of ground every pass. The problem we have with this combine with our 8-row You know, the 8 row is no wider than the combine. And we're making so many passes throughout the field, and we're burning I mean, you're constantly filling it up with an 8 row. I'm trying to talk to John Deere about letting us demo a 16 row. The only problem is I don't know if the auger will reach with a 16 row. They say it will, but I don't know. But I'd really like to demo with a 16 row. That way when you're cutting that one pass, you're cutting 16 rows instead of 8. Because you're going to burn that fuel going down. So you're going to save a pass. Every 8 rows you're saving a pass. And the combine's not going to burn any more fuel with a 16 row because she can handle a 16 row. They told her she's big enough, she'll handle a 16 row, even bringing good corn in. Now you might go slower and really good corn, but she can definitely handle a 16 row going down, and you're saving us. You know, if you're doing 40 passes in a field, you're only going to have to do 20 passes in a field, and you're going to burn less fuel because you're cutting out 20 extra swipes. And the combine's going to run the RPM she's going to run anyway, so she's not going to burn more with a 16 row than she is an 8, because she's going to have the same amount of load on her. Even though you're taking more in, you know, she's still going to have a load on her regardless. So trying to get them to let us demo a 16 row, especially for the early corn. They got a real nice used one down there that's not priced bad at all. It's not high, and I know it's been sitting down there for a little while. I don't know what kind of work it needs to it, but if we could demo it just in the early corn to show Dad that, you know, the fuel that we would be saving, that would be awesome. I would like to put an auger extension on there. I think they said it was $1,000 to put the longer tube and the auger on it. Probably not going to do it now. Everything's always an argument, but I wish we had got a combine with the longer auger, but it's not hard to put it on. We actually put it on our 9750. Me and my brother actually did that, but Deere did say they'd rather have the technician out here to, you know, to hurry up and get it up there and make sure it's right and put the other auger part in. But that would definitely be beneficial to us in the long run. I'd just rather have a 16 row. Yeah, it sounds like it's massive, but it's not. I mean, the combine will handle it. You're burning less fuel. You're cutting out half the passes that you would cut normally. Even the end rows, you would just do 2 passes, because I got 2 planter swipes with a 16 row planter versus 4. So every part of the field, you're going to save a pass. It's just a no-brainer. And she's a big machine. I mean, she's got a lot of power. She'll handle it. I would like to get a grain cart eventually, like a nice used grain cart. And, you know, because with a 16 row, you really want a grain cart so you can just keep her empty, because she's going to stay full quite a bit. But it would definitely be worth it to demo that 16 row. I'd really like to demo it and just, you know, see what it would be. But I'm just making setting changes. Got to change the setting on this, and then the tail end, got to change it. The other lever here, you got to put it up or pull it down for corn. I'm gonna pull it down. I got all the doors and everything off of her because we're working on her. I didn't want to have to put them back on and take them back off, so that's exactly what I'll wait till we get her completely done. I just did get done greasing it. So I do want to check these wheels. Remember when I don't know if you remember wheat season, I ran her in this side the ditch. I forgot it was a little ditch, but she was loaded and she hit kind of hard, but I've checked, I don't see anything broke or cracked on it. So I mean, she held up the whole rest of wheat season, so it was just one of those things where and it was on my farm, and I just forgot that we extended the ditch a couple more feet. We were talking on the radios, and I think me and Dad were actually talking, and I just forgot that the ditch came out that far. But it wasn't but like a foot, you know, like 12, 15-inch ditch. So, but yeah, we're just gonna piddle with this today, and then it's supposed to get 100 degrees the next 3 or 4 days. So probably I got another half an hour to fool with this, because after that it's pretty much Brian with John Deere's got to do the rest of it, and she'll be completely ready other than the stuff he has to do. And so I'm going to get all the grass cut because I don't want to be cutting grass on 105 day temperatures the rest of the week. I think the next 3 or 4 days is supposed to be just brutal. So, and I noticed another thing about I see sponsors on all these other channels right here. I can barely see, the sun's bright this morning. But I see this year they gave all these, Underfurf gave all these guys them knifing machines, nitrogen applicators. It seemed like on every YouTube video they had a brand new one they were using. I'd really like to try one of them. I don't have this great big channel like everybody else does, but I really like the machines. We dribble everything on. I'd like to try to make some kind of tube. I don't know if maybe you guys have some suggestions. Let me grab one of these right here real quick. Just give me a second. I would really like, where can I put this at? Here, let me sit her down for a second. These tubes right here, this is what I use for my, they just twist on and then, they just dribble down the row. I would really like to come at this fitting right here and get something that Y's out, because you see people talking about with the Y drops. I gotta get my stand. But you see people talking about, let me turn it around. You see people talking about with the Y drops, putting it right on the base of the corn and it works better. I wish they would make a thing that Y's off and then I would just put 2 tubes, that angle out and do it like that, because I think a Y drop system's $25,000 and I think that's retarded to have to spend. I think that's retarded to spend $25,000 on Y drops. I'd just like to try something just to, this right here actually works good. Our corn looks damn good, I think. But I would like to try Y drops. I'd like to figure out how to make it off of these and not, I wouldn't spend $25,000. I'd put that towards a knifing machine before I spent $25,000 on a Y drop system. But anyway, getting back to Underfurf. I know Underfurf doesn't pay attention to my channel, but if you do, I'd like to try one of them next year. But this year, second week of August, I'd really like to try a grain cart. If you guys have a grain cart that we can demo just to show them, I've been saying something about grain carts forever, and anything is the dumbest thing in the world. But I think grain carts are very beneficial to keep the combine moving, especially with fuel prices high. The combine don't keep going back to the truck, back to the truck, back to the truck. That gets ridiculous, and plus, you're carrying all that weight from the combine. I'd really like to try a grain cart. So anybody out there that has a grain cart that we can demo for this early corn, we got an 8335 that's sitting here, not hooked up to anything. She'd be perfect for it. Please let me know, because I'd really like to at least an 850, 1,000 bushel grain cart, something like that. But that would have worked great. I really need to grow my channel and get some sponsors. So I don't want to be a sellout, but it would be nice to try different things to see. You can't go out and spend $200,000 and then you don't like it. It'd be nice if you could try something, and if you liked it, then you could spend the money. So just a shout out, if anybody, let me know what your opinions are on grain carts and a 16 row versus an 8 row for a big ass John Deere combine that can definitely handle it. I know it definitely save us fuel, save us less passes in the field. So I think it would be a no-brainer, especially with fuel prices the way they are. So, all right, that's the end of the video. So like, subscribe, share. I appreciate everybody. I know the videos have been slow. There's not much content because we're not doing much. I'm trying to capture everything that I'm doing. It's just hard to, it takes a long time to get enough content to edit and put these videos together. So I'm doing the best I can. So anyway, thanks for watching.